PT may disappear from Greater São Paulo. The Workers' Party, PT, faces challenges in maintaining influence in Greater São Paulo due to shifting political alliances and declining support. Analysts suggest the region could see the party's influence weaken significantly in upcoming elections. Malafaia calls Bolsonaro a crap of a leader. Evangelical pastor Silas Malafaia sharply criticized former President Jair Bolsonaro, calling him ineffective and a crap of a leader. This statement highlights growing discontent among conservative leaders with Bolsonaro's recent political actions. Zambelli and Delgatti testify before the STF. Congresswoman Carla Zambelli and hacker Walter Delgatti testified at Brazil's Supreme Federal Court, STF, about their alleged roles in accessing private information. Their testimonies are central to investigations into privacy breaches and data leaks. Marina Helena declares support for Ricardo Nunes. Political leader Marina Helena publicly expressed her support for Ricardo Nunes in the São Paulo mayoral race, adding momentum to his campaign. Her endorsement may bolster Nunes' appeal among moderates and centrists. Israel vows not to stop war against Hamas until hostages are rescued. At the United Nations, Israel declared its intent to continue military actions against Hamas until all hostages held by the group are released, indicating a prolonged conflict in the region until this objective is achieved. Congressman asks FBI to investigate possible links between Trump assassination attempts and Iran. A United States congressman has requested the FBI investigate alleged connections between recent attempts on Donald Trump's life and Iran. This raises concerns over foreign interference in U.S. political matters. PSDB declares support for Ricardo Nunes. Tabata sides with Boulos. The Brazilian Social Democracy Party, PSDB, officially endorsed Ricardo Nunes in São Paulo's mayoral race, while Congresswoman Tabata Amaral backed Guilherme Boulos, showcasing a split in support among prominent leaders. Trump holds rally in Kamala Estate, warns of every American's worst nightmare. Former President Donald Trump held a rally in Kamala Estate, expressing concerns over current government policies, which he described as leading to every American's worst nightmare, signaling his strong opposition. Israel says it has killed the head of Hezbollah's Beirut headquarters. Israeli forces reported the targeted killing of the leader of Hezbollah's Beirut headquarters, intensifying regional tensions and Israel's resolve in combating hostile forces along its borders. Marsal responds to Moraes' summons. Political figure Marsal responded to a summons from Justice Alexandre de Moraes related to recent political events, defending his position and raising constitutional questions regarding freedom of speech. Justice sentences monarch to prison for calling Flavio Dino a fatty. A Brazilian court sentenced media personality Monarch to prison for insulting Minister Flavio Dino with derogatory comments, sparking a debate over freedom of expression and respect in political discourse. Lula says again that Israel is carrying out massacre in Gaza and now invading Lebanon. President Lula of Brazil reiterated his stance, accusing Israel of committing a massacre in Gaza and expanding its conflict into Lebanon, which could strain diplomatic relations. Boulos wins impressive victory in São Paulo prisons, including unanimous vote. Guilherme Boulos scored a major victory in São Paulo's prison reform policies, receiving unanimous support, which bolsters his position as a reform-oriented political leader. PGR defends the return of X after compliance with Moraes. The Prosecutor General's office advocated for the return of social media platform X after it met compliance standards set by Justice Alexandre de Moraes, allowing it to resume operations in Brazil. Moraes overturned suspension and X can return to operation in Brazil. Justice Moraes lifted the suspension of social media platform X, permitting it to return to full functionality in Brazil following assurances of regulatory compliance. Netanyahu says Israel has eliminated new Hezbollah leader. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu announced the elimination of Hezbollah's new leader, reinforcing Israel's commitment to neutralizing threats along its borders. Article: The fight for civilization is just beginning. A recent article discusses the ongoing global struggle for democratic values and security, positing that the current political climate represents only the beginning of a larger battle for civilization.